All right, we're gonna make a video just explaining naked bar swaps on these bikes and disc brakes. So same as the 89 to 01 Zuma vertical. So it's really easy. What you want to do if you want to get rid of your OEM bars is you just take all your stuff off, pull it all apart. You're gonna buy a clamp from us, of course, and then a set of bars. You bolt that all together. I'm running a different throttle. You can run a different throttle if you want, but you can use your original one. All you have to do is take all your original stuff off and then bolt it all back on. There are gonna be little nubs in here that go into the holes on your bars. I just shave those nubs down and leave them just enough to where they're still getting grip, where they bite into the bars a little bit. So you will need to add a gauge. So I just have a fuel gauge here and a Trail Tech. And again, I'm running the NCY throttle. This has to be specific for Zuma. We have these, they're really cheap right now. They're like 20 bucks or something like that. All your stock stuff will still work. Nice, you can run a ram mount, bar ends, you can do all kinds of different things. That's a really, really easy swap to do. It makes a big difference. While I'm here, Jdm Taillight Swap is really easy. Aftermarket panels are already cut out for this, but if you have a original panels, all you have to do is buy our taillight kit. And then just trim out your original. They bolt in place. You have to do a little bit of soldering on the wires, but other than that, it's pretty easy. So this bike has 12-inch wheels. We were bringing these in, but unfortunately, they weren't being sold, so we quit bringing these in. Really nice wheels. They're really cheap. They were like 300 bucks shipped or something like that. So lift this up. So what I have going on here is, so I have 12-inch wheels. We have a ScooterSwapShop. We make these spacers here. We can cut them to size if you want, but that's just center of the wheel up aluminum spacer. These are made right here in Portland, Oregon as well. Billet piece with the plastic slider, and you can pull these Allens out to change this. So that's gonna help your bike slide if you wreck. Same thing with these guys back here. They're pretty cheap. I have them for less than cost right now. I'm not gonna do them again. So if you want them, grab them. They go here. So they're gonna protect your panels. You lay this bike down, it's not gonna mess up your panels as much. So they're kind of generic. You can put them anywhere you want. They're 10 millimeter or 12, and you can drill them out to whatever size. So on this bike, a couple things. This light, I started doing this because when you're riding a wheelie, this aims down. That way you can see potholes and whatever when you're riding. So, but what I've got going on here is I've got NCY, slammed NCY legs, and we run, hard to see, but we make billet adapters that slide in here. They're kind of spendy, but the billet adapters slide in and they allow this NCY leg to fit inside the OEM Yamaha Zuma tree. We also sell these trees aftermarket as well if you're drum. So you can run this full setup if you want, but the most important thing is you need a 3-bolt wheel. So some pre-bugs have 4 bolts and some have 3. So if you're not gonna be able to get these wheels, if you don't have the wheels, you wanna run the original ones, but you wanna replace all this stuff, you need to make sure you have that 3-bolt caliper, and then we have all these components. So this is a 220, it's 220? Yeah, this is a 220 rotor with a big Ferrando caliper. So night and day difference on handling, suspension, and brakes. This thing, the brakes are just insane on this bike. So not too hard to do, but I think this is the only one in the United States with these wheels and this brake setup. It's really cheap to do. Just unfortunately, people weren't buying the wheels, so we're not bringing them in anymore. Rides better, handles better. You can actually run some really nice tires like these Michelins. Or night and day, they're way better. So, and you have tons of room. You got tons of clearance on your caliper as well. And these are probably lighter than the OEM disc wheels. Probably a little bit, well, they're definitely heavier than the drum wheels, but they're gonna be lighter than the disc. Then also on this bike, may as well just show you guys since I'm here. Pulling torsion arm is a really nice setup. This helps us keep the rear wheel straight and rigid and firm. So they're like 100 bucks. They're a really nice add-on. And you can make them work with pretty much any pipe. As you can see, it's working with the Yasuni. So yeah, a few things on this bike. But mainly I wanted to talk about the bars, the wheels. These are probably the most fun, seat covers. These are seat covers we sell. This bike, I've shaved the hump down to have it nice and flat because this hump back here is just ridiculous if you're riding around. They're totally uncomfortable. So just a few things I've done to this bike. Tons of fun. If you want to get into these, they're really modifiable. They're not crazy fast, but they're great for riding wheelies, great for taking off-road. Probably one of the most fun bikes that I've owned. So these fairings, so we sell this piece, we sell all the red colored fairings. Aftermarket ones are definitely a little more aggressive than the stock ones. So they're, the aftermarket ones are much nicer. So our kit comes with this piece, comes with this piece, comes with this guy, and this one. We have several different colors. Yeah, if you want to get new fairings, and these guys, this piece, and this one we can get. We don't stock them because it's just really expensive to ship, but they're not that expensive. But if you want to get them, let us know ahead of time and we can bring them in. So this bike I'm doing, trimming out the CVT cover, opening it up because I'm overheating all this stuff in here when I'm riding. So that's why that's off. But it's a quick video on pre-bugs, a few really easy things you can do to them. They're relatively cheap. I mean, you can build a pretty nice bike for said and done, bike and everything, a lot less than a Ruckus or something else. So if you guys got any questions, let me know. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, share to your friends. If you guys have any more questions about this bike or any of our bikes in here or any of the processes or whatever, just let us know. Thanks.